Alright. Yo, straight facts home, it's your boy Kate. I'm with Mel's. You know, we back at it again. We can't give you a little quick video, just thoughts and reaction to X's death and some what I think impacts going forward. I mean, first things first, after hearing it yesterday, like, it's funny because I was in like multiple group chats and my friends told me, one group chat, my friends told me it happened. A lot of people were joking and clowning or cracking jokes like on Twitter. I was like, yo, a man got shot. I didn't even know. They said he got shot. They didn't say he was dead yet. I said, a man got shot. What y'all doing? They were pretty much just bringing up what everybody said, like, I don't like him as a person, all this other stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. But you don't have to crack jokes. And then we found out like he was dead, and it was like, damn. And people still don't care. Like, they're still cracking jokes. Like, they're still like, at the end of the day, for me personally, it's like, a man is dead, 20. Like, I'm 20. Like, imagine if life stopped right now. Like, I couldn't even fathom that.
And it's crazy how hypocritical people are, because a lot of people, if you look back at the stuff they did when they was 20 or below or whatever in their youth, this wasn't like a 50-year-old man who knew better or whatever. I'm talking in their youth. If you look back at some of the things they did that was publicized or wasn't publicized because they're not in the limelight, they're not famous, everybody walking on earth most likely will have something to be shameful about, especially in their youth. You're just not famous, so people can't see what you do behind closed doors. So when people start doing all that extra judging and stuff and things like that, to me that shit is disgusting, because if we really go back, if we really can revisit your worst moment and it came to the light, you would be shameful of what you did. Or if you wasn't shameful, you would be ostracized for what you did. And on top of that, my thing was, after he was going through his problems when he first got into the game and stuff like that, if you really been peeping, he's been literally over being positive and making up for everything that quote unquote he was as the problem child when he came in the game. Like, he was making his right. It's not like he was like, alright, F it, I'm gonna die like this and I'm gonna just be like this forever, whatever. He was going out of his way to be extra positive. Even when people started dissing him or whatever, he was like, nah, I'm cool, bro. I don't want no beef. I'm just on some positive give back and stuff like that. So to me, my thing is, if you still sitting there talking about, well, he allegedly did this and he allegedly did that and he did this and he did that, what does somebody have to do to make up for their mistakes? Because he was literally doing what you're supposed to do.
That's the thing in the society. Like, whether it's like you said, allegedly. As soon as you get tagged with allegedly, you did it. So
right.
In society, you will never be, like, people will never see you as that. Like, Chris Brown, people are still mad at Chris Brown for the Rihanna situation. Look how long ago that was.
Rihanna's not even mad at Chris Brown.
People mad that Rihanna moved on and you can't move on. Like, that's childish. Like, once you get labeled a certain thing in society, unfortunately, you're always going to be seen as that.
But it's crazy because, so look, if somebody makes a mistake, right, and somebody is flawed or whatever, right, are they supposed to die? Because that's how people treat it. People treat it, okay, once you make this mistake, you're supposed to basically never be forgiven. No matter what you do, you can literally feed the homeless for the rest of your life, put 1 million kids through school, whatever. It does not matter what you do. You would never be forgiven for that. So when somebody makes a mistake, are they supposed to die? That's how people treat it. Like, because what's the point? What's the point? Or you might as well keep making that same mistake, because most people still not going to forgive you. Because that's how people give it up. And I just don't understand that, because so many people are walking here every day. Rapists, child molesters, freaking, they stealing from their own people. They killing their own people. It's jealous. Like, it's so much crazy shit out here that people are doing every single day. That's your next door neighbor. That's your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your mother, your aunt, whatever, your father. Every single person on earth is out here doing something they should not be doing. That's crazy if it came to the light, right? And those are the same people that go out their way to judge other people who are in the limelight. And he was 20 years old, and he was rich, and he had power, and he had fame. A lot of people, they don't even have shit and they don't know how to act. So how do you not see the fact that he had all this at 20 years old? He wasn't even allowed to buy alcohol if he wanted to. So that right there alone, if you really think about it and put that in perspective, that right there can make somebody go crazy. That young with that much money and that much fame and that much power and all that. Come on, man. Yeah, I hate how people are, man. Because there's so many hypocrites just running around here.
All right, so going into, like, for me personally, like, all right, like, I don't listen to his music. Like, I don't like any of his music. A lot of his life choices, like I don't associate. I don't like, or just from a viewpoint. But when I heard the news, like that still like shakes with me. Like, all right, me personally, growing up when I was like a child, like I used to have like my biggest fear was death. Like the idea of death was crazy to me. So like that's why I pretty much like growing up, like that's why I get so emotional over the like police brutality. Like I don't think people really understand like what death is. Like it's the end. Like it's a stop button. Like it's over from there. There's no coming back. A lot of people like on social media, they don't live in a community where they should be numb to death. But like as a society, we're out here treating like we're numb to death. Like another person dead. Like no, like a man got killed, and people don't understand that like how impactful that is.
The thing about X to me is like he was somebody who he had his own mindset of thinking. Like even if somebody, I don't agree with everything somebody does, because everybody's not gonna agree with something I do.
Mm-hmm.
So to me that's not even a thing. Like I don't even agree with everything I do. So I'm not even about to go into, oh, he did this right, he did that wrong, for me personally. Mm-hmm. But his music was touching on so much stuff that other rappers was not talking about, or other musicians was really not talking about, especially in the hip hop community and stuff like that. So to me, I feel like even though he died prematurely, bro, that music is gonna last a long time, like forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, because he was really touching on mental illness, and like he was talking for the like unspoken and like people just say I F it, whatever, the quote unquote weirdos or the quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, the outsiders or whatever. He was really speaking to them. That's why his fan base was so loyal.
Yeah, for me, I didn't expect such a positive. Like there's still a lot of positive like people coming out. Like one of my friends told me like at one point like 1.5 million of the tweets like trending on Twitter was about him. I was like, and like I personally didn't see that coming from a positive standpoint. And like with the like I saw J. Cole tweet about it, like he was really upset about the situation. Like I felt like people know how I feel about J. Cole and with his whole like his recent like Lil Pump interview. Like I feel like personally like he should have done something like that with like someone like X. Like all right. Don't, like I said earlier, I don't agree with a lot of things like X says or some of his decisions, but like he's someone who can articulate himself and like, all right, you may not agree with somebody's point, but you can respect the fact that someone has A, Y, B, why this adds up to that. Like they can articulate themselves and create their own thoughts. Like Lil Pump was like that's why I feel like so many people have been able to gravitate towards someone like X, because like at the end of the day, he may be different for you, but like he can still stand on his 10 toes and tell you why this is this, and like. All I could do is respect that from that standpoint.
And honestly, dog, sometimes you really gotta think about he was 20 years old, bro. Like I don't know. Sometimes we see these celebrities as whatever we see them. Mm-hmm. You really have to think about it. He was 20 years old when he died, and he turned 20 this year. So before that, he was a teenager. So when you put that in perspective of most of the time we seen him, he was a teenager. So think about teenager with, like I said, all that money. Just teenager in general, let alone all that money, all that power, all that fame, right? Put that and just say, so when you think about the music he was touching on and the type of topics he was touching on, the music he was making, dude was ahead of his time. Because there's stuff, like right now, go through your list of the new age rappers and tell me how many of them is really talking about shit. Touching on any real substance type of topics. And you come back and tell me that number under the comments or whatever you want to do. And I'll guarantee you, it's not probably more than maybe 5, and that's pushing it, maybe 5. And X was one of them. So to me, when you put that in perspective, bro, I don't see how people could really shit on the man. Like, imagine if X would have seen 25, 30, 40, he would have grew. He would have grew at a crazy rate, because he was already growing at a crazy rate before he just died.
And I'm not telling nobody to change their how you see, like, if you feel this type of way from his actions, cool. But there's no need to disrespect the dead. Like, there's no need to, like, at the end of the day, the man's dead. He didn't deserve it. There's, like...
What did he ever do to your family? Okay, so my biggest thing, people that talk shit about him, first off, you don't know what happened. It's allegedly. He wasn't really convicted of anything that was too... As far as I know, the last one about him beating up his girlfriend, right? Or something like that. Mm-hmm. To me, as far as I know, that was allegedly. He said he didn't do it. The court say he did it or whatever. That's allegedly. I can be accused of something Any day. He could be accused of something. You could be accused of something. So my thing is, stop judging people off that.
All right, what do you think his impact from here on out, like, so in the future looking, is going to be?
Oh, I think X impact is forever. Like, forever, ever. Obviously, if he would have lived, like, a little longer, he would have had a bigger impact. But I think his impact is forever because, like I say, the type of stuff he was touching on, like, this is not throwaway music. It's not trendy music. This is the type of stuff. You can come back and listen to 17. You can come back, you know what I'm saying, and listen to X. And you can come back and really dissect his music as time goes on because he's talking about stuff that will never, ever change. There's always going to be people with mental illness. There's always going to be people who feel left out. There's always going to be people who feel unheard. There's always going to be them type of people every single day as long as the world is turning. So my thing is he's forever and ever and ever and ever. And on top of that, it's going to make it even more special because he was so young doing this. That's why we look up to Tupac forever. Because we look at Tupac like, damn, bro, you was really that young talking about stuff that 40-year-olds don't even talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was really that young. And X was really that young speaking about stuff that was way beyond his years. So he's going to live forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, man.
For me, obviously, anytime somebody dies, like, that helps them elevate into a different status. But for me personally, I feel like his music wasn't there to do that if he didn't die. Like, if we take it back 48 hours from ago and I ask you this question, a lot of people would be like, no, that's a dub, even like some of his biggest supporters. But at the end of the day, my personal opinion, I can't deny what I see from everybody else off of my just personal opinion, because right now, like, there's so many artists where you might consider from A class to the very below class, and artists in between telling you how special his music was and how big his impact is. So for even though I feel like I disagree with that, a large majority is in a big support. So from that standpoint, I see like more of a, when you reference X, maybe it's not so much about the music, but just like the challenges he was trying to overcome. Like, cause like I see on a lot of videos, like they don't show you all the good stuff, like him going to schools and all that stuff, and like helping the youth and all those things. Like, so from that standpoint on, and like his peers representing him in a good light, like I feel like it'll be some positive when you look back on X years from now.
Hey man, R.I.P. to X.
But yeah, at the end of the day, R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. to X, and also R.I.P. to Jimmy Wapo, man. That's crazy. They died on the same day around the same time. R.I.P. to X and Jimmy Wapo, man. Shit is crazy.
Straight facts, homie. Get in the comment section. Let us know what you think about. Either way, if you think it's anything positive can come from this, or you don't support X, just let me know what y'all think in the comment section, and we're gonna get back to y'all with more videos, all that.